had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. It's Retrieve You Circle. The best address I can give you is 111 Retrieve You Circle. This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining, and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay, and this guy, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah. A dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie.
Sanford police still trying to figure out exactly what happened in this spot here last night. Was that a friend of yours?
Yes, sir.
It was your son? This afternoon we met Tracy Martin at the crime scene. He says his 17-year-old son, Trayvon Martin, was shot to death.
He's running. He's running. Which way is he running?
There are very few African-American men in this country who haven't had the experience of being followed when they were shopping in a department store. That includes me.
My point is that it's time to wake up.
They tell us God's over the nation. What about Illuminati, skull and bones, and Freemasons? The revolution will not be televised on television, cause they telling lies on every station. Low blows like me only get harassed by the po-pos, cause we a product of our creation. Last I checked, we was hard on the boat. Chains sold, exchanging hung with a rope. Over 400 something our years full of hope. And they wanna say that was a long time ago. Bitch, please, you can miss me. We been enslaved longer than we been free, and the damn thing changed. Stuck in that Willie Lynch mind frame. It's a shame, though it's a game for they shackle your wrist and put the shackles on your brain. Welcome to the new world order. All the leaders we had slaughtered, mere martyrs, but still taught us. All killed, hard victims of shootings. R.I.P. Malcolm Martin, UEP Newton should have been recruiting. We got the rights to bear arms and use them for protection. So hell yeah, nigga, we shooting. Left astray with no guidance with the urge to fight back. So hell yeah, nigga, we looting. Motherfuckers guilty, you can see in his eyes. Almost had a ride like the one from Kingdom Eyes. Unequal education since segregation. The penitentiary's a new plantation. And poverty, crimes, how we been po. Injustice laws, Jim Crow. Seeing a picture of Trayvon, just paints a portrait of Emmett Till on my mental. No justice.
The city of Sanford, Florida, has never seen anything like the George Zimmerman trial.
State of Florida versus George Zimmerman. Verdict: we the jury find George Zimmerman not guilty.
Protesters took to the streets of Los Angeles again on Monday, demonstrating against the acquittal of George Zimmerman.
If he wouldn't have followed Trayvon, we wouldn't be here today.
They also say this is about more than the death of Trayvon Martin.
We see senseless deaths each and every day in the city of St. Louis.
Those participants throwing Skittles up in the air.
Stop it. When you bring up racism as a topic, they want the history to be history, but it's history, not nonsense. Say we can't dwell and not laugh. Cosby said we need to get off our ass, and Bill's right, even O'Reilly. We hunted by the sins of the past, but it's too cold to be too old. Just pick up a book, it's right there. Can't point blame, it's twofold. All this bullshit about life felt like Public Enemy. Don't believe the hype. We ain't got equal rights, but we still gotta see the light and seek to fight for a better place to sleep at night. In America, the government don't give a fuck about us. The justice system, the politicians, the educators, second guess and doubt us. So play the game, we gotta change ourselves to see change. So all our forefathers that came before us ain't die a fight up in vain. Thought violence ain't the answer. Spilled the blood of Black Panthers. If George Zimmerman was trying to stand his ground, then free Marissa Alexander. No justice for a black man unless he murdered by a black man. If Travis Carter committed suicide, what the fuck happened to the dash cam? No justice.
Trayvon Martin's tragic death has exposed so many fault lines in American society.
More than a dozen people took to the streets in Dallas to protest this verdict. They were holding signs saying no justice, no peace.
It's about more than guilt or innocence at this gathering, but what the case again exposes: a deep racial divide alive and well in America.
You know, when Trayvon Martin was first shot, I said that this could have been my son. Another way of saying that is Trayvon Martin could have been me 35 years ago. And when you think about why, in the African American community at least, there's a lot of pain around what happened to him, I think it's important to recognize that the African American community is looking at this issue through a set of experiences and a history that doesn't go away.
We're looking forward to getting $1 million for the capture of George Zimmerman. We're going to force our government to do their job properly, and if they don't, we
all
will.
knew there was still a bit of racism in America, but like, you know, for it to be so blatant, it was like, If you just ask the question, you ask yourself the question, didn't Trayvon have a right to stand his ground? He was being chased. He was being chased and he fought back.
Are you following him? Yeah. Okay, we don't.
I have to go to the store. He was going to the store.